Hello everyone. Welcome back to our reading. But before we dive into our reading for today, I would like us to discuss some things, and which is we will be extending our minutes of reading because we said right from the start it would be 30 minutes of reading. But the reading we've been doing for a while now has just been like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And this is because of the book we're reading. The book has short chapters and it makes our reading time shorter. So I feel we should be able to complete this book faster since it has short chapters. So what we'll be doing now is even if we can't do 30 minutes, we are going to be reading that book for the number of chapters we can cover. So it shouldn't just be just one chapter anymore per reading. It will be like reading to when we feel like, okay, let's take a break till another day. And that way it should also make it easy for us to follow. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. So now, this is the day 13. The day 13 says, write a letter to your future self. The future is completely open and we are writing it moment to moment. Pema Chodron. Actionable steps. A good way to preserve the smile on your face is by writing short notes of positivity to your future self. You can do this by journaling. Every day, for at least 20 minutes, write a short note to your future self with a date attached. Just express yourself. It could be a note of encouragement, advice, or even a warning. Imagine your future self stumbled upon the note. Do you think he or she will find what is written there helpful and uplifting? Make sure whatever you write in those notes should be something that you feel your future self should know. You can write long letters or short notes in a journal. Be expressive and pour out your heart. I am sure that your future self would love to listen to everything you have to say. Affirmation. Today, I choose to talk and relate with my future self. I choose that to talk about my present fears and express myself to my future self. So that is the end of day 13. So a happier version of you. Write a letter to your future self. Moving on to day 14. It says, do one thing you are afraid of. Do one thing you are afraid of. That is, face your fears. So now in this situation, when you say do one thing you are afraid of, that is face one of your fears. That's day 14. The quote says, each of us must confront our fears, must come to face with them. How we handle our fears will determine where we go with the rest of our lives. To experience adventure or be limited by the fear of it. Judy Blume. Actionable steps. Actionable steps. In the process of growth, you will need to address and deal with your fears. Failing to confront your fears will limit you in more ways than you can imagine. So, today, you are going to deal with one of your fears. Do something that you are afraid of. If you are scared of water, a good way to handle that is to register and begin swimming lessons. Do not do this alone. Involve your friends or even family members that can help you tackle that fear. The good thing is that you will be happy that you choose to confront one of your fears. It will even encourage you to challenge and confront your other fears too. Nothing is better than experiencing the thrill and excitement that comes with defeating a fear, right? I can relate. Affirmation, it says, my fears do not limit me, and so I chose to rise and live above them. Today, I choose to overthrow and defeat my fears. Face fear before fear kills you. No, it says kill fear before fear kills you. It is kill fear before fear kills you. I don't know. Is that a quote by Roosevelt? I can't remember. But I know there is Is it a book? I came across it one time when I was in secondary school. I don't know if it is a book. I can't remember if it is a book or if it is a quote. But it says, kill fear before fear kills you. Face your fears. Do one thing you're afraid of. And trust me, it will push you and encourage you to face your other fears, to confront your other fears. Fears are what limit us. So, moving on to our day 15, listen to an interesting podcast. Quote, listening to a podcast, reading a book, listening to an audiobook, and watching film isn't a waste of time. It is how somebody become wise. Date Banger. That's a quote by Date Banger. Listening to a podcast, reading a book, listening to an audiobook, and watching film isn't a waste of time. It is how somebody becomes wise. Actionable steps. Yay! Podcasts are a great way to learn, boost your mood, entertain yourself, and enjoy your day. Today, I want you to listen to a podcast that inspires you. I have one that I can recommend. Chat me up for it later. Okay, let me do that. Let me tell you right here. I have one I listen to by Napoleon Hill every morning, Success Addicted podcast, and trust me, it's worth the time. You will learn a lot. You will feel it. It will change you. It will make you grow. You will be a better version of yourself. Trust me. You can listen to it on Spotify. That's why I do listen to it. Success Addicted podcast by Napoleon Hill, and he has there are other speakers on that podcast also, but just check it out and come back to give me a review of what you think about it. So moving on, today I want you to listen to podcasts that inspires you, that makes you feel good about yourself and motivates you to go out there and make things happen. You can do this in the morning before you begin your day or before bedtime. You can choose to not limit it to just podcasts. Make use of audiobooks and good music too. You can listen to the author's podcast right here. That's the author's podcast right here. It's written inside the book, The 21 Days to a Happier Version of You. So you can listen to the author's podcast, LSBM, Little Steps, Big Mouse, streaming on all podcast platforms, and binge listen to all latest episodes. The affirmation says, I chose to take responsibility for my happiness by listening to audios that boost my confidence, esteem, and positivity. I chose to be happier. So that's all for day 15 of the 21 Days to a Happier Version of Ourselves. It says listen to an interesting podcast. So should we stop there or should we move on? Are you enjoying it? Because I'm enjoying this book and it feels like I can just finish it today. I don't know. Let's take one more. Day 16. Splurge on yourself. Get one thing that has been on your wish list. The quote says, I love having wine with my meals, and if I splurge, I'm going to have to splurge big, because if I deny my cravings, it just ends up backfiring on me. You know? Can you relate? That's by Rachel Nicholas. Actionable steps. Trust me when I say another great way to make yourself feel good is to splurge on yourself. After long hours, weeks, months of work and handling responsibilities, you, my dear, deserves to be spoiled. Yeah, you need a baby treatment. Give it to yourself. Today, try doing whatever makes you happy. If you feel like having a few drinks or even some clothes, then go get them. Today, do not hesitate to satisfy your cravings and desires. Feel free to eat as much candy, pies, and cake as you want. Be free, be happy, be you. Affirmation. My cravings and desires are important too. Today, I choose to satisfy and enjoy my cravings to the max. To the maximum. That's it. To the highest. I choose to satisfy my cravings and enjoy my cravings to the max. So I guess we'll be stopping for today. On that note, satisfy your cravings, splurge on yourself, get one thing that has been on your wish list. Thank you all for joining me for today's video. See you at our next video. Love you. Bye.